5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good morning, Misfits. Sorry we are an hour late today. The technical difficulties this time was an alarm clock. Actually, there was no technical difficulties. It was my fault. The technical difficulties have mostly been sorted out. If you guys haven't watched the show before, that's the unofficial name of the TMP Uncensored podcast, is technical difficulties. Okay, just got confirmation too from Sean. We will not have the Wednesday weekly breakdown show because it's New Year's Eve. He's got plans. I'm thinking about drinking because I'm gonna, starting tomorrow, jump into my now this is the second year in a row that I'll do it. Did it the first time last year, but everybody talks about dry January, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but 30 days really isn't that hard to stop drinking. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to do dry 90, right? I call it no bread, no booze for 90 days. And but I don't even really want to drink today. One of the reasons why the show is late is my sleep schedule got completely fucked because I was sick all week. I still kind of am feeling it. That was probably the worst. I go the whole fucking year, every year, without getting sick. And it's like, it's always fucking November and December. And I get it. That's the season. But still, it's like I have a very good immune system. 11, 12 months, I'm fine. But then that fucking cold weather comes. And in Texas, it doesn't even get cold until November. But yeah, it just fucked up my entire sleep schedule. It fucked up my routine. It fucked up everything. Like 4 days, I was just fucking out of it. And so yeah, show's late today. Tomorrow, I don't know, New Year's. Should we do a show? Should we do the Hate Mail Thursdays? I think we'll do it. Yeah, might as well. Maybe not. I'm gonna be completely honest. If I decide to go out on one last high note today, then I might not be in good shape for tomorrow. So we'll see. All right. Well, let's get to the show. If you guys have never seen the daily breakdown before, here's what we do. We go on the internet. We type in the word news, and we give you the daily breakdown of the news. And we have a theme with the show. Are we not on Rumble? Why is it saying Rumble connecting? Got to make sure. Hold on. Yeah, we're on Rumble. Okay. Just a slow start. I'm an hour late. I fucked up everybody's whole, routine. So probably got some lollygaggers who are just not here yet. Let's see. Yeah. What is this? Is this not live? One sec, guys. Okay, no, it looks like we're live. For some reason, I'm getting a message that's saying it's connected to X, it's connected to YouTube, but it's connecting to Rumble. But I just checked and it's there. Ah, there we go. I was just as I was saying it, somebody decided to jump in the chat. All right. The chat looked very, very dim. And we had that message. So, all right, enough of that. Yeah. So we go on the internet, we type in the word news, and if you've never seen the show before, we do have a theme. All right, so there's the news. So we're going to discuss these. I started late today, so I forgot to put the show links in the description, but we'll discuss these. And then Wednesdays, we do this thing called Woke Wednesday, right? Now, let me get a picture up here of the thumbnail that I used for today. And we'll explain it, okay? Here we go. There we go. Woke Wednesday. Today we're doing Brian Krassenstein and Owen Shroyer. Now, why do we call it Woke Wednesday? All right, first of all, woke is no longer exclusive to the left. Woke is an ideology that is growing on the right, and what woke means is awake. What are they awake to? An oppressor. That's what woke is. Woke does not mean leftist, right? Woke means awake to an oppressor. It was started with a leftist black movement about how the white man and the capitalists are keeping them down in the 90s. But the ideology, right, it can be adopted by pretty much anybody. Now, woke is obviously something that the left pushed for socialism, diversity, equity, inclusion. These are the solutions to their oppressor problem. What is the woke right? Who are their oppressor? Well, first of all, it's always the Jews. Always, right? There's this victim mentality with identity politics. Everything's about race. It's all woke, right? All of it. It's always race, 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 race. Never policy, never, like we need to actually focus on what's actually going on. No. It's always about immutable characteristics. It's all about people groups. It's all about, othering people. That's woke. And on the right and the left, it keeps happening. The left solution, like I said, socialism, diversity, equity, inclusion. What's the right solution? Nationalism, isolationism, non-interventionism, right? Who are the right's oppressors? The Jews, like I said, but also neocons, right? Have you noticed that they keep... Another thing that woke does is, because it's a cult mentality, it's a mob mentality, it's very susceptible to talking points and buzzwords, right? So neocon, 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 neocon. Jew, Zionist, 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 right? These are labels that are thrown on other people to falsely paint them as part of the oppressor group, and that's done by the right, right? So what's the left's? Racist, 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 fucking tax the rich, right? Shit like that. And I'm going to show you the similarities. First of all, look at the similarities in just their fucking face, right? And I know you're like, oh, that's ad hominem. No. This is a look that people who fucking mainline social media and get addicted. This is a dopamine addict look, right? Look at how pale they are. Look at how tired they look. Look at their fucking squinty fucking eyes because they've been staring at their screens all fucking day. I can pull up a picture of Brian Krassenstein and Owen Shroyer that don't look like this. These are the first two that I found. I didn't cheat here. I literally went to one page. I found a video, the first video that I could of them talking into their phone. That was Brian Krassenstein. Went to Owen Shroyer's page. First video found. That's Owen Shroyer's page. And they look fucking identical, right? They look like they've literally just been the Jews going to sleep, right? Like the Jews. And Brian's like, fucking white people. Trump. And the irony is, because this is horseshoe theory, right? There's crossover. There's a lot of things that the woke left and woke right agree on. They are sort of melting into the same space because they do agree on a lot. The Jews, first of all, but Trump. Okay, so are we all being oppressed by the IRS? Yeah, I love the people that are talking about how they're going to not pay their taxes, like they're not going to pay their taxes. Look, most of the taxes that you pay are just automatic. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that's how you pay taxes, right? Yes, I get it. You have tax returns and you have to file taxes and, like your income and all that shit. Yeah. Most of the taxes you pay, though, they just take them. They're just taking taxes. And if I was not paying taxes, I wouldn't fucking announce it on social media, you retard. It's like, oh yeah, was this you? You fucking idiots. Anyway, but let me show you a couple of things from both of their pages. Actually, well, we'll jump into the news first. I'll give you a teaser, and then we'll end the show with Woke Wednesday, because we do want to get to the news. The New Year's resolution for me, obviously, we're doing the no booze, no bread, starting tomorrow for 90 days. Last year when I did dry 90, which is just dry January times 3. I did hardcore carnivore for the first month, and I was fucking miserable, right? I was miserable as shit because carnivore is such a restrictive diet. Let me pause this. I know you guys, if you don't want to hear my personal shit, I don't give a fuck. It's my show. We'll get to the news in a minute. We'll get to all that other shit. You're going to hear about me. This is what I want to talk about. No, so I'm starting the dry 90 tomorrow. This is my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna try to go hard. I'm gonna go back to the gym and try to get in 3 to 4 days a week. I'm starting my new job tomorrow. Everything needs to get reset because I ended this year very shitty. Started off great, ended shitty. And it was a shitty year for all intents and purposes. After we won the election, started off great, got shitty. But let me get out of this ADD trap that my own brain is yelling at me like, shut up, finish your point. Stop jumping from point to point. So dry 90. Yeah, last year, the first year I did it, I did hardcore carnivore. It's too restrictive. It drives you crazy. I don't recommend carnivore because there's only, I don't know, just a guess, maybe 5% of people can do that, where they have that much discipline. I have a lot of discipline, but that takes a shitload of discipline to literally only eat meat, right? That's hardcore carnivore. And I tried it last year. I did good. I did 30 days, which is a fucking hard thing to do. But then after 30 days, I go, why don't you just do kind of like an Atkins style, where it's like, okay, don't eat bread, don't eat regular pasta, don't eat fucking sugar, just eat fucking normal. So I and I changed it from carnivore to no bread. And that was actually a lot easier because you can still have protein pasta, which is basically chickpeas. You can still have like fucking hot sauce on your wings and shit. You don't have to literally fucking eat like a caveman. We have modern technology. If we can make a fucking Frank's Red Hot that has 5 calories in it, it's not gonna kill you. So, just a little bit about me and what the next 3 months is gonna look like. Last year I lost 26 pounds. This year I'm trying to get like back in shape. I don't give a shit what the scale says. People already call me fat when I'm not, so I should get really jacked and then fuck their mom. Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll try that. We're not going for skinny. We're going for bang your mom jacked. That's what we're going to do. 3 months. You'll see. Tell your mom to be patient. I'll be there. Anyway, but yeah, no booze, no bread. Starting tomorrow. Back in the gym. Got this fucking membership I pay for. Might as well use it. And I went on a little tangent there. So let's get back to the actual show. All right. Anyway, Woke Wednesday. Owen Shroyer, Brian Krassenstein. Here's the preview, and then we're gonna jump right into the news. Okay. So see, I went to their pages to get those little those little clips. And is that Hebrew on the poll? Fucking insane. Okay, let's get to the tweet that... Oh, who's this? AF post. Fucking... There's, well, first of all, I will agree with Owen Shore on Bondi. We should talk about Bondi. But... There's... here we go. Here it is. Okay. So Owen Shroyer is posting about how Trump actually pardoned the biggest fraudster ever, the biggest fraudster ever. Trump pardoned the biggest fraudster ever. And this is what a lot of people on the left threw all over social media last week because, or this week, because the fraud in Somalia has been exposed, right? So it's a deflection, it's a whataboutism, it's to try to like accuse Trump of doing the same thing. The problem here is it's fake. It's fake news, right? Um, fake news is usually got some truth to it, but this is NBC News. Fake news wrote a fake news article about this, but even they use the word clemency. Healthcare fraudster Philip Esformes is the latest Trump clemency recipient to be arrested. He's among several people granted by clemency by then President Trump, who have since been charged with new crimes. And oh, there it is. It's because he's Jewish. It's always about the Jews. Jewish nonprofit played significant role in Trump pardons. No connection, no alleged connection to the Philip Esformes one. Here's the deal. Philip Esformes was not pardoned. Okay, his sentence was commuted. He had to pay all of the restitution that he was charged with paying, and he served 4.5 years in jail. I don't know why Trump pardoned him. I don't know who was in Trump's ear or who influenced it. I do know that pardons are very nuanced, they're complex, and there's a reason why presidents do them. I don't think that you can always jump to favors, right? But I would not be surprised if they are political, right? I mean, Trump pardoned some prominent leftists, and those leftists started supporting him publicly, right? Like, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a reason why people pardon people. And you can't just go, it's the Jews. But if you're going to report this story, report it fucking accurately. It wasn't a pardon. It was a commutation. It was a commutation after the person who committed the crime. Maybe Trump thought that the punishment was too severe. I don't know, right? Fraud. The guy's already in jail for 4.5 years. I don't know the details of this. I'm not even going to bother going to look it up so I can fucking destroy Owen with facts, because I've learned something over the past year especially, but over many years on the internet. It's that no amount of evidence will ever change the opinion of a fucking propagandist retard, right? That's why I stopped arguing with the left based on facts years ago. Years ago. I called them retarded. I don't even bother. I understand that there are people, two things are necessary, right? You need people like me who just go, fuck this, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck everybody, fucking no, fuck. Right? Like, I'm not playing this stupid fucking game of constantly trying to pose myself as the intellectual and the person who's actually knowing all the facts about the subjects. No. I used to do that. I used to go, all right, I'm going to get into an argument with this person because I know they're wrong, and let me go and research, and let me write everything down, and let me respond with this well-articulated list of reasons why they're wrong. And then they'll just reply with, shut up, retard. I cut the middleman out, right? That's what I do. So, no, I'm not going, I looked up a tiny bit about this, verified it, and it's clear Owen's lying. So, but why? Why is he lying? Why is he seemingly so anti-Trump? And he now calls people new MAGA? No. We're not new MAGA, right? The new MAGA are the people that support the Jews. MAGA has always been MAGA, right? The majority has always been the same. You fucking changed because you started talking about the fucking Jews after October 7th. We have been responding to you talking about the Jews 24/7. But let's see here. Brian Krassenstein. All right. I'm sure he posted it. I actually haven't verified, but I'm sure he did. Let's just scroll through his page and see if we can find that similarity. I would almost guarantee, because I want to say, like, you can predict what Brian Krassenstein is going to post about. Maybe he didn't. Let's see. No. It's just fucking Trump, 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 Trump. If you believe this, then you're in a cult. You've posted about Trump 15 fucking times. The only cult is the fucking anti-Trump cult. Okay, maybe Brian did not post about the fake fucking... Yeah, maybe Brian didn't post about the fake pardon that never happened. Okay. But they are posting very similar things about the Somali fraud. Fact check. Nick Shirley's misleading claims about Somali communities and fraud. There's a reason his videos feel shocking. It's not because he's uncovered something real. Here's what he's not telling you. What? What's going on? This is just Nick Shirley's video. Like, this is, yeah, this is great. You're posting. Oh, it's a thread. Oh, I forgot the thread. And is there no thread? Is there no explanation? Is this just clickbait? Okay. Well, that's the teaser. We'll get back to this because we got to talk about the news. Good morning, Georgia Mom 2015. I started late today, obviously, so we haven't been streaming for an hour. This is just me being fucking out of it for the past week. Okay. So we're gonna get back to Woke Wednesdays with those two retards, and we'll get through the news, and then we'll jump into that. All right. If you've never seen the Daily Breakdown before, when we go to the word news on the internet, we just break down whatever the fuck pops up. So let's see here. Top story is Tim Walz pushes back on Minnesota fraud allegations following viral daycare video. Independent journalist Nick Shirley documented visits to facilities that allegedly received millions in state funding. I don't know about you guys, but I never heard of Nick Shirley before this. But I looked it up. He was already very popular. I just never heard of him because the internet is not. It's a small place, but it's also not that big either. I mean, it's not that small either. You can have people that are doing fucking shit that's outside of your algorithm for a very long time, and this is apparently one of them. I don't know about you guys. I just never heard of him. But let's see here. Tim Walz's office pushing back against fraud allegations after viral video shows visits to multiple child care centers in the state, including one that allegedly received millions of dollars in state funds despite being largely inactive. Responding to questions about the video posted by independent journalist, spokesman for the governor told Fox News that Walz has spent years working to. This is a very important part here. Crack down on fraud and has taken steps to strengthen oversight of state programs, including initiating investigations. All right, now there's a reason I'm highlighting these, right? The governor has worked for years to crack down on fraud and asked the state legislature for more authority to take aggressive action. All right, okay. I'm just going to ask. I don't have authority. All right, yeah. He said he strengthened oversight, including launching investigations into these specific facilities, one of which was already closed. Oh, good. One was closed. Added that Walz hired an outside firm to audit payments of high-risk programs. Oh, well, good, yeah, because, you know, we always trust those auditors. They're never in on it. The response follows the release of a 42-minute video shown by Shirley during Sunday's appearance on the Big Weekend Show. Shirley said the fraud in Minnesota was so obvious that a kindergartner could figure out that fraud is going on. Okay. Received 1.9 million this year while masquerading as a daycare. Yeah, this is the most famous video. Everybody's really fucking focused on this leering center and turning it into a fucking spectacle, and it's bothering the shit out of me because it makes us look like clowns who are so fucking childish. This is idiocracy journalism. I know I'm focusing on that and nobody else, it's not that big of a deal, but it is. Because it goes to a bigger problem, a cultural problem, where, look, new media should start acting like fucking media. Start doing their job and taking it seriously. And just because this kid did it kind of seriously doesn't mean that he did it perfect, and you should still criticize it. And you should go, hey, bro, stop getting the fucking t-shirts made with leering center, and don't fucking post 20 fucking tweets about leering center. It's just, the new media sucks. The old media sucks, right? Why can't you fucking take the good parts of old media, right, and mix them in with the good parts of new media and actually do it right? Make it fucking, I mean, look, you don't have to fucking get like super duper serious. I'm just saying. Am I maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm like maybe I'm getting too, like, serious, and it's really not that big of a deal. But it's like, this is all people really are hearing about this. It's like leering center. It's like, it's just like Zoolander. I don't know. Meanwhile, Kash Patel said the agency has surged additional personnel and investigative resources as part of an ongoing effort to dismantle the large-scale fraud schemes. Okay, so let's go to Tim Walz, because I highlighted those. Those buzzwords for a reason, right? Because, yeah, okay. We spent years cracking down on fraudsters. Also authorize National Guard. Which one is it? I'm thinking that it might be on his other page, but spent years cracking down on fraudsters. He's politicizing the issue. Yeah, maybe it's on his other page, because I know it was him that fucking posted it. Ah, here it is. Okay, perfect. So, this is Tim Walz's evidence that he's actually done shit, right? We spent years cracking down on fraud, referring cases to law enforcement, shutting down and auditing high-risk programs. Trump keeps letting the fraudsters out of prison. The national news is just now paying attention. Here, this is hilarious. Here's what we have done. So this is Tim Walz saying, here's what we, Minnesota, under my leadership, Tim Walz, have done to stop the fraud, right? Here's what they've done. This is the big, like, whoa, I didn't realize that Tim was doing this shit this whole time. Holy fucking shit. Oh, man. He really got Trump with this one. All right. Here's what we've done. Here's what we've done. Here's what we're doing to stop it. Okay. We've replaced key leaders and people have gone to jail, but there's still more to do. Okay. Minnesota's a great place to live. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We've made systematic changes to the government. Oh. Detecting fraud is resource intensive and time consuming. Well, Nick Shirley did it with a fucking iPhone, right? He did it with an iPhone. It wasn't there wasn't a ton of resources, especially when it comes to medical programs. Blah blah blah. We made significant progress. Keep saying we have much more to do. Yeah, we know. Okay. So nothing, right? Systematic changes, right? This is what Tim Walz has done. Systematic changes to the state government. Doesn't list what they are. Okay. Replaced key leaders. People have gone to jail. Okay. People go to jail all the time. We'll see. Okay. Tim O'Malley has joined the effort as head of program integrity. No fucking way. Tim O'Malley's there to make sure everybody has integrity? Okay. That's a huge one. I don't know if you can tell sarcasm if you're not watching. I made a face. As judge, former superintendent of Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, former FBI agent in the Archdiocese, where he led recognized work in child protection and clergy accountability. Well, because the Catholic Church fucked a lot of kids. O'Malley will work across state government to root out fraud and protect taxpayer dollars. He will work across state government. So basically, O'Malley's there, hasn't done shit. Okay, got it. We've created checks and balances. Oh, how? We hired investigators. Okay, what have they investigated? Auditors, what have they audited? Law enforcement, who have they arrested? We've brought in an outside firm to audit payments. Okay, you keep on saying what you've done without saying anything has been done, right? We've done all of the prep work. We have all of the people in place. Who have you arrested? What fraud has been exposed? And how exactly did you do it? Right? We've hired. Yeah, they basically said we increased the size of the government without doing shit. Right? But we have learned from this, as we would hope any administration would, and it does not need to be a partisan issue. But anyone can yell fire. I hope to see those calls from our Republican colleagues paired with serious, thoughtful ideas to aid our efforts in putting it out. If there were a silver bullet to solve this issue, wouldn't we be seeing similar issues in these federal Medicaid programs with red and blue states across the country? Blah, 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 gaslighting and whataboutism. We welcome ideas from anybody. Here's an idea. Fucking do your job. Arrest them. Stop it. What is not helpful is the President of the United States demonizing an entire community for pardoning someone single-handedly responsible for $1.6 billion in fraud. Okay, we get it. Trump pardoned somebody. Yeah, he didn't actually pardon him. This is a lie. Commuted the sentence of somebody who served time. They don't want to say that though, because then they'll be like, "Oh, the guy who defrauded people, he had to pay people back and he went to jail." Sounds a lot different. It's not like when you pardon Hunter Biden, right? Before he's ever arrested, before he has to pay anybody back, before he ever gets caught. That's a pardon. What Joe Biden's auto pen did were pardons. What Trump did was, for some reason, and again, I'm not even going to go look it up because I don't give a fuck, right? Trump decided, for some reason, to pardon somebody after they had served time, or not, shit, now I just got fucking caught, commute somebody's sentence. Trump decided to commute somebody's sentence after they had served time and they still have to pay everybody back. So the difference between that is the person that Trump helped out was punished. Okay. But basically, Tim Walz, right, he's basically saying, here's what we've done to stop it. And then he lists this long fucking thing saying we've done nothing. We've done nothing. We've hired some people. We've increased the size of government. But that's it. We should also talk about Bondi. Because I am so fucking tired of... Trump really, really, really needs to fire her. Because this is just so fucking stupid. Attorney General Pam Bondi. The Justice Department has been investigating this for months. So far, we've charged 98 individuals, 85 of Somali descent, and more than 60 have been found guilty in court. We have more prosecutions coming. Buckle up, lawmakers. Okay. So let's go to the evidence. All right. Scam number one. Largest COVID-19 fraud case charged in the country. Okay. In August, we secured the conviction of the Feeding Our Futures scheme leader. See this? Secured the conviction. Okay, so go to this page. Oh, I'm not a robot. Yes. All right. So yes, it is true that they secured the conviction in August, right? June 2024, after a 7-week trial. But this guy, I believe, was arrested under, yeah, here you go. Under Joe Biden. Okay. Pam, you didn't have to do this, right? You did not have to try to take credit for arrests that happened under Joe Biden, but you fucking did, right? And now you have handed the left a weapon to use against us, because now they're going, well, all those fraud cases that Pam Bondi is talking about, Joe Biden did that. And they'd be right. Right? You need to shut the fuck up. Just go arrest people. Go arrest people now. In fact, instead of trying to protect your image or take credit or say like, oh, we actually did this already, right? Why don't you just say, holy fucking shit, I had no idea about this, right? Nick Shirley, you're the man. We're going to go and get him right now. Fucking. No, you had to lie. Like, and it is a lie. It really fucking is. And it really fucking pisses me off because look, all of these fucking cases that she's putting in here under evidence, they're all under fucking Biden. I think one of them was from this year, and it wasn't even the good one. Dude, I keep on trying to defend the Trump administration because it is defensible. It's very defensible. It's a very pragmatic argument that I'm making. It's only been 11 months. It's been even less than that for his picks, right? Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino. Fucking, it takes a few months to get your ducks in a row. And then when you do that, it takes even longer to start investigations, go through all the old shit that the last corrupt administration did, right? And fucking figure out what's bullshit, right? That's a good argument. It's a really good argument. You know, you just tell people, hey, shit takes time. Chill the fuck out. What you don't do is you don't say, I have the Epstein files sitting on my desk right now, and you're going to have them tomorrow because you guys keep bitching about it. No, you tell people, shut the fuck up, cunt. Shit takes time. That's what you do. You say, hey, you entitled, whiny little fucking bitches, right? Do you want this done right, or do you want this done right now? Because Dan Bongino was the only one pushing that message, and he got fucking sick and tired of this shit because the way that everybody else is handling it. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to go back to radio. That's what happened. Right? He's fucking done. Right? And why wouldn't he be? Right? You guys are turning this into a fucking PR campaign instead of doing your fucking job. Hey, peeps, off to get tires. Good luck getting tires, 508J Fisher in the chat. But seriously, like, this is the fucking problem. It's Pam Bondi. It really is. She cares more about messaging than she does about fucking results. It's so fucking stupid. Get rid of her. Trump really does need, this is his blind spot. Loyalty. His blind spot has always been loyalty. If he gets a loyal person next to him, he will never fire them. And if he has a disloyal person, he will fire them, right? Dude, just tell people your job is going to be based off of weekly reports. And then whether you like these people or not, whether they sing your praises or not, Just have this, like, run this like a fucking business, dude. That's what we hired you to do. This is Trump's blind spot. This bitch right here. And he's done it with several other people. I've criticized Trump on this plenty. I still love Trump. I still think Trump is great. But fucking, when it comes to fucking Pam Bondi and when it comes to some of his picks in the past, he does not, that is his Achilles heel. If you flatter Donald Trump and if you are loyal to Donald Trump, he will look the other way when you don't do your fucking job. Like, and I don't know. I've never agreed with that argument. Like, Matt Walsh made that argument. Oh, I'm not going to attack Candace because we're friends. I don't care, dude. All right. Well, basically the fraud scandal, Tim Walz, I think it's clear that he's going to be fucked, right? I also think that Pam Bondi and our Justice Department shouldn't try to take credit for shit that Nick Shirley did by saying that, well, we were already on top of this. You fucking weren't. You fucking weren't. And you know how I know you fucking weren't? Because right after Nick Shirley's video, Kash Patel was like, we're going to get people out there, right? Like, you should have already had them there if you were doing your job. And it's okay that you didn't do anything about this because, once again, my argument, which is a good argument that people should use, is it's okay. I understand shit takes time. I understand that you're already, going after the 764 network, Operation Summer Heat. You're already stopping terrorists. You're doing a lot of shit. And you're dealing with the fucking pile of garbage that was left for you. I get that. People will get that if you message that. But if you keep on saying, we're so good, we do everything, when you didn't do everything, you open yourself up for attack, and a legitimate attack. A legitimate attack. If you fucking lie and say that you already did something that you didn't do, right? Which is exactly what you did with the fucking Epstein files, which is like why people are upset. If you say, they're sitting on my desk, you're going to have them tomorrow, and then you don't, then you open yourself up for attack. When you say, we were already on top of this whole Somali thing, even though you fucking weren't, then you open yourself up for attack. Why are you fucking lying? It's always Pam Bondi. That's the common denominator. Figure fucking get rid of that common denominator. See if shit changes. Maybe we'll start seeing, if you put a new person in there, somebody that comes out and goes, look, guys, you want to fucking try this shit? You want to come in here and fucking do this shit? You want to try to clean up this fucking mess? I get it. I get it. It's not easy. Just stop lying. That's it. Fucking Tim Walz is lying. Why are you doing the Tim Walz strategy? All right, next up. It's New York Times, so sometimes they let us read it, sometimes they don't. This is going to be one of those times they don't. The U.S. struck a big facility in campaign against Venezuela. So, obviously, this means World War III, right? Obviously. Let's just take a guess. Let's just take a guess. All right. Oh my God. These people, everybody, they're so obsessed with views. So obsessed. Anybody that's obsessed with fucking analytics and engagement is a fucking fraud. I'm convinced. Anyone that's so obsessed with fucking, like, literally, like, fucking, like, ratios. Looks like Dave Smith has been talking about Somalia, so you gotta give credit where credit's due. He's been talking about it. I don't actually see the Venezuela World War III call, so Dave Smith might actually be showing some restraint. Okay. Let's see here. I'm sure though. I'm sure people have been freaking out about it. I've been seeing that. Venezuela. Okay. Okay. Now invade Venezuela so they forget their ruling classes full of pedophiles. I hope the U.S. invades Venezuela for one reason only. There is an uncontacted tribe deep in the Amazon rainforest. The instability will allow someone to go in and say hi. That's pretty funny. JD Vance and Erica Kirk during the invasion of Venezuela. I seen a couple of people. Here we go. Here. Perfect. Right? Nick Fuentes. Thank you. I was like, that was taking a while. I thought that there would be more woke right people fucking calling, like, saying that this is like so bad. Golden Age update. 325k deportations for 2025. False. Verifiably false. You know what? Fuck this. We're gonna fact check this cunt right now in real time. Let's just do this. All right. What are the total deportation numbers for 2025 with sources? All right. To official DHS ICE tallies in late 2025 cited more than 527,000 deportations through late October, right? With over 2 million people leaving the country. So let's go with this number as of October, right? We are 2 months later than that, and there have been tens of thousands, maybe even like closer to 100,000 more. Maybe. It's probably more like tens of thousands more. They've been really cracking down. So this 325,000 number is way lower than this 527,000 number. Yes, 300 to 600,000, depending on whether you count interim totals, first year windows, or full year projections. Okay. So what Nick is doing is he's saying, I'm just going to state the low end estimates as fact, but that's being dishonest. Okay. But the total number of deportations is over 2 million. That's from the CPB1 app and all of the data from DHS. It's all verifiable. I've done this so many different times. Okay, number one, debunked. Bombed Nigeria. Okay, let's try this. Did Trump bomb Nigeria, and why? Donald Trump authorized U.S. airstrikes in Nigeria in 2025, but they were targeted military strikes on alleged Islamic State affiliate militants, not on Nigeria as a country or its civilian population. Big fucking difference, isn't it? Right? Trump publicly describes as a powerful, deadly strike on ISIS-linked militants. Okay. So, look, you can choose to believe Trump or not, but I believe him, right? They're pretty big down there. Okay, so bombed Nigeria. No, bombed ISIS. Debunked. Bombed Venezuela. Okay. We already know that because that's this, right? Struck a facility, right? A drug facility in Venezuela. Okay, so did not bomb Venezuela. Bombed a drug facility in Venezuela. threatened to bomb Iran again. Yeah, this one's true, right? And glad he did. Fifth Netanyahu visit. Who cares? That's a world leader and an ally. Who fucking cares? You fucking woke ass little bitches that fucking cry every time Trump meets with Netanyahu. You didn't cry when he met with with the Islamic leaders. You didn't cry then. You only cry with Netanyahu because you have IDS. You have Israel derangement syndrome, right? Trump met with Zelensky. I don't like Zelensky. I think Zelensky is a tiny little dictator. I've said it many, many times, but I don't cry every time Trump meets with Zelensky because it's a meeting. He's a world leader. Our world leader met with their world leader. I wouldn't care if he met with I wouldn't care if he met with anybody. It's fucking insane that you people get so fucking triggered by that. Trump wins Israel prize. Okay. Israel wants to reward Trump for ending a fucking war. Seems reasonable. Okay? Epstein files redacted. Yeah. You don't dox sex trafficking victims. Congress put that in there. Congress wrote redactions are allowed. Trump is following the law. YouTubers doing FBI job. This one, fine. You have one good criticism here. I just gave the same one. I don't know what this one is in reference to. $5 billion for refugee resettlement. I'm sure it's something that is being wildly over-exaggerated. But look, I just debunked every one of Nick's fucking updates for fucking 2025 or Golden Age, and half of them are lies. The other half are not contextualized, and a few of them are actually good things. like Trump wins Israel prize. Good. Threatened to bomb Iran again. Good. I mean, I don't know if this is good or bad, right? YouTubers doing FBI job. Either way, just understand that this fucking cunt and everybody like him, they're just lying. They're just lying because they hate Jews. It's same way the left lies about Trump because they hate Trump. When you have a derangement syndrome, when you have, like, this is really what it really is, right? Said this many times, just said this on my show the other day. It's like you can't give any credit because of your personal feelings to somebody, right? Like you can't give credit to somebody that you hate. It's very difficult to give credit to somebody you hate. That's a you problem, right? Like I really, really don't like, let's say, fuck, I don't know. Who do I not like? I mean, I don't like a lot of people. Well, all right, I just did it. Like Dave Smith. I just did it. I did it live. I said, Dave Smith is talking about the Somalia thing. I don't like Dave Smith. But when Dave Smith does something good, I can go, I don't like Dave Smith, but good. Good. You're at least talking about this thing. Good. I don't like you. You're still a cunt. But good for you. Nick can't do that, right? Nick and other people can't do that. If you are fucking not on board with this whole fucking the Jews did 9/11 shit, then you can do no right. There's no good thing about you. That's the problem with these fucking people. It's like if you're, like I said with Jacob the other day, fucking, like if your wife cheated on you with your best friend and cured cancer, you'd still call her a cunt. All right, next up, Anthony Joshua is injured in Nigeria car crash that killed 2 team members. Oh, it was the 2 team members. This is just a sad story, and I don't know the details, but everyone's already opining on it. Let's see. Maybe this will give us some details. British heavyweight boxer has been injured. The former champion was a passenger. Yeah, people were saying that he was driving. He wasn't. He was a passenger in a Lexus SUV that collided with a stationary truck on a major expressway. The two men who died were Joshua's close friends and team members. Anyone saying he's lucky, I'm sure he doesn't feel that way. Joshua was in stable condition where he was taken for checks and treatment. Police commander said early investigations showed the Lexus has been traveling along the highway when it experienced a tire burst due to excessive speed and then lost control. So if this is true, then it means that probably was the driver's partially, maybe the driver's fault for going too fast. A lot of roads in Nigeria, I think, are dirt roads. And if you get a blowout while you're going too fast, could be their fault. Could be one of their faults. I don't know. Two other passengers were pronounced dead at the scene. He is lucky. Look, I mean, he's lucky. He probably doesn't feel lucky, but he's lucky. Because I saw that fucking crash. Look at that. He's fucking lucky to be alive. Looks like it is not a dirt road. Looks like it is pavement, I think. That looks like pavement to me. So they're saying blowout. They're saying they were going too fast. Could be true. Who knows? Either way, yeah, here's a picture of him still in the fucking car. That's the back seat. Yeah, he's definitely in the back seat. That's the center. So he was in the back seat. Shirtless, by the way. All right. I'm not going to harp on that. Either way, it's rough. That's rough. Next up. Ukraine denies drone attack on Putin's residence. You know, I can't fucking figure out anything that goes on in this fucking war because I don't trust either side, right? Any messaging that comes out of this fucking war for the past 3 years, I don't trust it at all. Putin could have droned himself just to blame Zelensky, or Zelensky could have droned Putin and then been like, that wasn't me. Right? There's no good information that comes out of this war other than the death count, because that's pretty well documented. And way too high. You denied allegations that Ukraine... Why not? I would take credit for it. I'd be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Even if it wasn't me, I'd be like, yeah, we did that shit. Fucking, you better sign some fucking peace deals, motherfucker, or we'll do it again. Because who was it if it wasn't you? You're at war with him. You are the main suspect, right? Foreign minister claimed Kyiv launched an attack on Sunday night using 91 long-range unmanned aerial vehicles on Putin's state residence. Okay, that's probably Ukraine. That's probably Ukraine. 91 drones. You sent 91 drones at a house, and then you're like, that wasn't us. Who else has 91 drones? That was just like, fuck it. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Dismissed the claims as typical Russian lies. Typical Russian lies. Who did it then? Russia said it would now review its position, and he might be right. Putin might just be like, look, I'm gonna go out for the weekend, shoot my house with 91 drones, right? Shoot my house with 91 drones, and we'll blame Zelensky, and then we'll be able to keep the war going. I don't know. I can't even give you my estimate on who's telling the truth with this war, because I do not trust either of these fucking people. I've always had this position. My position with the Russia-Ukraine war is it's a land grab from a dictator, and it's a power grab from another dictator, right? You have land and power. Those are the two things, right? And obviously, power comes with land. So it's a power grab from both dictators. But Putin wants more land because Putin's Putin. He's a cunt, right? He wants Ukraine because he wants the former glory of Soviet Russia. That's clear, right? Zelensky is a corrupt dictator cunt who has enriched himself and retained power, claimed power, got to power off of this war. He's fucking not a good guy. He's arrested his political dissidents. He's, conscripted people against their will who did not want to be in the war. He's kept this war going, suspended elections. He will remain. He doesn't have to. He can have elections. He can step down. He can resign. He is staying in this war as well as Putin because he doesn't want to leave the presidency. That's my belief. So you have two people who I don't think are honest actors. And as soon as the war ends, Zelensky's out. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him. All right, next up, New York Times, so we probably won't be able to watch it or read it. Nope. It's one of those pay me ones. Go fuck yourself. All right. What does that say though, Bridget? I can't even read the headline. Bridget Bardot, French movie icon. It probably says dies. Yeah. It probably says dies. That's probably D-I. Yeah, she probably died. Okay. Final story before we get back to Woke Wednesdays is China surrounds Taiwan with warships, fighter jets in the largest military drills on record. China's a cunt. Ooh, excuse me. Told you guys earlier, my sleep is all kinds of fucked up. I have almost got it reset. Oh, almost reset. All right. China on Monday launched its military exercise over Taiwan, surrounding the island with warships, aircrafts, and live fire drills as tensions spiked following a record U.S. arms sale to Taipei. That's not good. We should probably stop selling them weapons. We should probably just be like, you know what? The drills known as Justice Mission involve coordinated deployment of ground forces, naval vessels, fighter jets. We will probably see in the next few years, we'll probably see Taiwan get invaded. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like it. I don't know, though. This is one of those conflicts where I'm not as educated as other people, so I don't want to speak on it. It just seems from a 30,000-foot view that China really wants to go after Taiwan, and the only thing stopping them is us, right? Like we are holding the door. But I don't know. I mean, if she feels like it, he might just say fuck it. We'll see. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and claim to know shit that I don't know. I'm just reading the news, guys. Military escalation comes 2 weeks after the blah blah blah. 420 ATACMS, 82 HIMARS, 60 self-propelled howitzers. That's a lot. As the drills unfolded, what are they shooting at? Just the water? They're just wasting ammo, just like shooting at the water? Some Chinese vessels were engaged in close standoffs with Taiwanese ships, about 24 nautical miles from the shore. Conducting live fire exercises would not only constitute military pressure, but could pose more complex challenges and high impacts for the international community and neighboring countries. Yep. Taiwan places military on high alert. Chinese state media, which is always propaganda, said the exercises focused on sealing off Taiwan's key deep water ports. Okay. So yeah, they're putting pressure on them. I think these drills are just meant to scare us. Similar drills have happened before. The political side of things can only be handled by Taiwan's government and how they choose to respond. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. I honestly, I mean, I don't have too hard of a position on China and Taiwan, um, because I'm not Chinese, I'm not Taiwanese. I don't have any reason other than I don't want to see anybody die anywhere. But I'm one of those people that goes, yeah, people die. So I'm of the belief that that war, right? This war is something that we should try to prevent, but not really get too involved in, if that makes sense. Right? Obviously, we should try to prevent it, right? Like Taiwan's has a lot of um, friendly dealings with the United States, so it could be good for America to make that happen. And I don't know why we get so involved in it, but I'm sure there's a good reason. But like I said, the thing with Israel, I from the jump, I was like, nah, you don't fund that war. You can sell, but you sell weapons to our allies when they're in a war, and you try to prevent the war and you try to end the war. That's what I would do with Taiwan as well. I'd be like, hey, China, stop being a cunt. Fucking, I don't know. We'll see. All right, back to Woke Wednesdays. We're gonna dive in to the Owen Shroyers and the Brian Krassensteins. Okay. Woke Wednesday, where I pick a woke leftist and a woke rightist, and I break them down. Okay, to all the random YouTube kids out there with no life experience, daycares lock their doors. Daycares lock their doors even when they are open so that kids don't run out. So that nutcases like Shirley don't run in. Daycare do not provide tours of their facilities when children are present. Calling a business a fraud when they aren't is defamation. Okay. Yeah, you see, look, this right here, I don't know. I don't think it's a good look. I think that you give people like Brian a good argument when you do shit like this, because is it grifting? I don't know. It's probably not really grifting. It is marketing, and it's good sensationalism. Like Steven Crowder does this shit, like where it's like, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's also like you can't really call yourself like a journalist and do this at the same time. This is the argument I was making earlier in the show, right? You need to pick one, right? You need to pick one, because you can, like, Laura Loomer calls herself a journalist. She is not, right? She's a content creator. She's a crazy person most of the time. Still glad she's on our team, right? But she's not a journalist. It's like, fucking dude. It's like, look, I'm a contractor, right? I'm a business owner. I'm a home remodeler. I'm a professional at my fucking job. If a DIY person tried to call themselves a contractor, right? Somebody that maybe knew how to put some tiles down or maybe knew how to do this, but if they called themselves a contractor when they weren't, I would be like, you're not a fucking contractor, right? Like, you're not a contractor. You're not me. Right? So I don't know, man. YouTuber, yeah. Journalist, no. This is YouTube shit. It's not the best look, but I get it. I do get it, Selling hoodies for $50, making money off of the story because you're a YouTuber. Yes. But I mean, do you ever think that fucking like Walter Cronkite would be like, okay, I just reported on this story. Now I'm gonna make t-shirts. That's the difference between a journalist and a YouTuber. Like, the kid's a YouTuber. I'm just saying, accurately define it. Maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe I am. I'm open to me being a little bit, grinchy on this. What is it? Okay, I don't care about this. Mark this tweet. Okay, let's mark this tweet. Not a single one of the daycare or healthcare office centers that Shirley featured in his live-filled video will be convicted of a crime by Trump's DOJ or the state of Minnesota. But Shirley will very likely get sued for defamation multiple times. Okay, I'm down with that. I can mark that. Yeah, I think this one's not going to age well. Right? This one's definitely going to age quite poorly.
As he points to some of the healthcare.
Let's read this Hobbit.
Far-right journalist
Let's listen to this Hobbit. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? All right. God damn it! What the fuck? Oh, because I muted him. All right, let's just do it this way.
Right journalist Nick Shirley claiming that he uncovered billions of dollars in Somalian fraud in Minnesota. I'm going to show you why it's a bunch of BS.
This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Healthcare here, healthcare right here. Another healthcare company right here. There are 3 healthcare companies inside of this building right here in this room of 7.
Let's just pause here as he points to some of the healthcare companies. He's right, the building that he's in is filled with a bunch of healthcare companies, mostly run by Somalians. But what he doesn't tell you is these are home healthcare companies. Therefore...
Pause. Why? Why are Somalians running home healthcare companies? Right? I'm gonna preface this because I know where fucking this little fucking tiny person is about to go. Right? It's like, this is not a hospital. These are just the office buildings for home healthcare companies. Okay, why? Why are there so many home healthcare companies run by Somalians? That's the question, right? Before you continue, you dumb fuck, with your deflection and gaslighting, where you're gonna try to say something like, these aren't hospitals. This isn't where you go to get healthcare. This is like just the clerical part. This is where like they keep their records. Yeah. Okay, why? Why are there fucking 3 different home healthcare offices in one fucking building? More than 3. There's 3 in that room, right? Why? It's because it's fraud, you fucking cunt. They're not treating people at their home. They have a fucking office for a house that they run home healthcare in. They don't have the office in the house. They need a building for that. How busy do you think these home healthcare companies are, where they had to rent an office space to keep their paperwork? You stupid fuck. Now let's what I have not seen this yet, right? I'm guessing on what he's about to say. But that's what he's about to say. Let's find out.
Where you wouldn't actually get healthcare at any of these, because these are just office buildings where they can set up and manage the funding of healthcare to somebody's home. You can Google all these companies yourself. But patients are never actually expected to show up there. Therefore, when Charlie walks in and asks for healthcare, they look at him like he's a nutcase, because he really is.
We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
Again, good criticism. Well, opening yourself up for criticism, right, is when you do this, right? When you go and do the man on the street gotcha shit, right? It's like, it's not journalism, right? Like, that's not journalism. That's YouTuber shit, right? I don't think that we should marry these two things, right? I think we should have investigative journalists on YouTube, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't be an investigative journalist on YouTube. I'm saying if you're going to be an investigative journalist, you should be an investigative journalist. And if you're going to be a YouTuber, you should be a YouTuber, like Jake Paul, right? When you mix these two things, right, you dilute the credibility of investigative journalism. Right? I'm not a journalist. I say it all the time. Don't ever fucking call me one, because I'm not. I'm a commentator. I'm a pundit, maybe, at the most. And that is way too flattering. Because it means that I'm taken seriously for my opinions. I think that I just commentate because I want to.
Let's take a look at the daycare facilities he showed up at.
I'd like to check a child in the daycare. Why? Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I want to put my son Joey in daycare.
Once again, the daycares are almost certainly at-home daycare services.
Then why do they have the fucking building, you moron? Why do they have the building? It's like, okay, this is the part that doesn't make any fucking sense from this stupid cunt. Okay, there's home services, right, at home, and then there's a separate building that handles all the paperwork and all of the, they hire people. They pay rent. They pay rent at these buildings, right? They hire people to go to these buildings and sit there and write down shit and type on a computer. Do you understand how stupid this sounds? Right? These are not home healthcare, home daycare. It's not such a profitable business that you can have these fucking facilities with this many resources unless it's fraud. You fucking moron. And by the way, he's also wrong. These are actual daycares. They're called actual daycares. Literally, they have fucking rainbows and shit painted on the walls. They're where kids are supposed to go. They're just not.
These are like management companies. They send people out
Management companies
to someone's home and provide education for families.
So now they're management companies, right? So Brian has absolutely no proof of this, right? But what he's suggesting is somebody bought a building, okay, called it a daycare center, called it a learning center. Yes, I know the typo, leering, right? I'm not fucking fixated on that like most people. Hired a fucking person to stand at the front. And when somebody knocked on the door, right, they go, "Oh, okay. You need a babysitter? You need a nanny?" Right? That's what he's suggesting they really are. It's like they basically, they're a building that somebody has to drive to so they can ask if somebody can come to their house and watch their kids. No. Nobody's buying that shit. No, they're daycare centers. They're called daycare centers. It's the center for daycare. It's not a service. You don't need a building for that. You can literally just, you get like it's me. I don't need a building for what I do with contracting, right? Because I go to people's homes. I go to people's homes and I work on their houses. So all I need is a phone number. Right? I literally just need a phone number. I need advertising and a phone number. And people call and they go, "Hey, are you a contractor?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Can you come to my house and give me an estimate?" And I go, "Yeah." You can do the same thing with what he's suggesting. You don't need buildings for it. People would call a number and be like, "I need a nanny. I need somebody to watch my kids." They'd be like, "Okay, we'll send somebody out." And then from your home, from your house, you call up one of your nannies and you go, "Hey, here's the address. These people want you to watch their kids." A daycare center is a center for daycare. It's where the daycare happens. It's the center. It's the middle. It's the center.
So one company could be tied to literally dozens of homes or dozens of children, and there won't be a single kid that walks through that door. What Nick Shirley does is called lying by omission. Please share.
What you're doing is called lying, period. Just lying. Okay, so this is the woke left's take on Shirley. Brian Krassenstein is I did mute him, and I muted him for good reason, right? I haven't covered him in a while, and I've said this many times, and you guys have to understand this. The woke left is done. They're done, right? They have lost. They are completely, unequivocally fucking done. That doesn't mean they can't come back. It just means that they're done. For now, they're done. They have no roster. Like Gavin Newsom, the only way they're going to win is fraud. The only way they're going to win is cheating. And we have to be careful of that. All right? But they're done. What you need to focus on is the woke right. You need to focus on the dissident right. You need to clean your own house right now because we just won. So for the first year, we've spent the first year trying to deal with the infighting, whatever it's called, the woke right, the dissident right, the distractions, and what have you. Then what we have to do is strategically pivot to the midterms, right? Both of those things for the first 2 years of this administration have to do with the right. We don't need to focus on the left. The left is doing a great job fucking themselves up. You don't need to do that, right? We're talking about them on Woke Wednesday because, it's a theme. But speaking of Woke Wednesday, let's get back to the other woke side of the horseshoe. Owen Shroyer, right? So Owen Shroyer, like I said earlier, there was this post right here where he's like, since we're covering fraud, did you know that Trump pardoned the biggest healthcare fraudster ever? We covered that earlier. But all of a sudden he cares about fraud. He's like, since we're covering fraud, well, let's cover fraud. Like, fucking. Bill de Blasio's wife can't account for staggering amount of taxpayers. See, this right here, it's like, it just seems like, yeah, he's just saying fraud everywhere. I don't know. Fraud Ohio, yeah, fraud. This is so lazy. Fraud Ohio, fraud Massachusetts, fraud this, fraud that. This isn't journalism. This isn't investigative work. Okay. Fraud Portland. I'm sure there is fraud. Maybe do the actual work and fucking go after that. Okay. Here we go. Now we're in the meat and potatoes of it. So, what did we talk about earlier with the woke right? The woke left is everything fucking Trump bad, right? Trump is an oppressor. White people are oppressors. Capitalism is an oppressor. But with the woke right, Jews. It's always Jews. It's fucking always Netanyahu. Nobody gives a fuck about Benjamin Netanyahu in America, right? Like, nobody really cares, right? Like, I like Benjamin Netanyahu from, a perspective of seems okay, right? Seems fine. I don't have a problem with him, right? But the woke right is obsessed with him, right? They are obsessed with a foreign leader, right? Like, I'm not obsessed with any other foreign leader. Like, I'm like, Xi's a cunt. Putin's a cunt, right? Like even when fucking Justin Trudeau was like running Canada, you talk about him every once in a while. You'd be like, he's fucking gay socks. You don't get obsessed with foreign leaders. It's a weird thing. It is a weird fucking thing to be obsessed with a foreign leader, no matter how bad you think the foreign leader is. Right? Like, fucking Khomeini. I'm like, I want that motherfucker dead. Like, I want him no longer breathing period. I want that. How often do I talk about him? Not much. Not much. Just one tweet the other day where I was like, the Iranians are fucking, overthrowing their own fucking terrorist regime government. Brave people. Good for them. Please do that. Right? The woke right is obsessed with Benjamin Netanyahu, a leader of a country of 9 million fucking people. An ally to the United States. Yes, they are. Before you fucking lose your mind. Yes, they are. They're the they fit all the characteristics of an ally. But Owen's just nonstop. If this is anything less than Trump getting as close to Netanyahu as possible to build a case against this war criminal and his blood-soaked regime to finally unite and heal the world, then it's a total betrayal of country and mankind. The fuck are you talking about? If Trump says we're close to Netanyahu, then it's a betrayal of America? How? And mankind? Wow. All right. Trump calls for pride. He's done this publicly several times. Yeah, just not Owen. Don't listen to Owen. Okay, yep. He announces this next to Netanyahu. Obsessed. Obsessed. That's 3 this administration by my count. What? Fraud Maine, fraud Texas. This is so fucking lazy. Fraud San Diego. Yeah, there's fraud everywhere. Do the investigative work. Somali fraud in Minnesota has been going on for 20 years, so it looks like somebody has been using the Somalis to likely skim. Yes, this is correct. Are you fucking retarded? Okay. Owen seems to be all over the place. Dude, again, this is just insane obsession. What are we at? Like 5 or 6 fucking... Yep, another one. 7. It's just non-stop. Jews, 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 Jews. Netanyahu, 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 Netanyahu. The fuck? I think, yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is, by the way, you're welcome. I drew that circle. That's all me. You're welcome, internet. This is really the ultimate reveal of all their projections. More offended by a hoodie and raised more fuss than over tens of thousands of dead children. What? So, when Myron is exposed by me, thank you, you're welcome. When Myron is exposed by me for wearing a hoodie that is basically saying, like, put Jews back into ovens, right? And people get upset about it, right? That's, what is that? Too much of a fuss, right? And we are not fussing over tens of thousands of dead children. I'm assuming he means in Gaza, because he cares a lot about them. It's so fucking, I'm so fucking tired of it. Okay, here we go. New MAGA. Let's end it with this one. I wanted to get to this. So this is Owen Shroyer sharing this fucking woke leftist because, again, woke shoe theory. Woke shoe theory is the new right, or the whatever, the woke right. It's not new. New MAGA is, there is no new MAGA. It's just MAGA. There is a new faction of the right called the woke right. That's you, right? This is projection. Where you are literally aligning with woke leftists. This guy is the wokest motherfucker on Instagram. Let's listen to him.
Wait, what was that?
Today, I'm officially starting
hot girls for Cuomo. So if you are a hot girl for Andrew Cuomo, I want to hear from you.
By the way, this is one of Emily Austin's worst moments. And I love Emily, but no. When I saw this originally, I was like, I typed it. I go, no.
Wait a second. You're running an Andrew Cuomo fan club, but I thought you ran the White House fan club. I mean, this is you and the White House press secretary together, right? That's Caroline Leavitt. That's you. I mean, again, White House, you, football, make America. Blah. Here's you at I think this is an inauguration event. This is you hanging out with the president.
Okay, so obviously the context is Emily and some others were arguing Cuomo over Mamdani, right? So they're like, let's pump up Cuomo because we don't want Mamdani. It was a bad move, right? It was a bad move. I said it was a bad move. Sean said it was a bad move. We were like, you don't start supporting the best of the worst, right? It was just not a good look. But I find it funny that Owen Shroyer is really like pointing out the hypocrisy of this, right? But the woke right has no problem with this. Nick Fuentes bizarrely gushes over handsome Gavin Newsom while discussing fat J.D. Vance. So is this new MAGA? Like, is Owen Shroyer saying that if you support a Democrat because you don't want to see a worse Democrat in power, then you're new MAGA, right? Owen has not criticized Nick Fuentes supporting Gavin Newsom. He's criticizing Emily Austin, arguing for Cuomo over Islamo-Marxist for mayor of New York, which again, I will say is stupid. You never support Democrats, period. Just never. Just don't do it ever. Don't ever publicly do it because you open yourself up to criticism like Emily got. But the hypocrisy here, right? You will not see Owen Shroyer giving Nick Fuentes shit for supporting this greasy cunt who fucked up California. You will not see it. So the double standard is pretty palatable. And this is just gay as fuck, by the way. It's not even the gayest thing he's done, right? Nick Fuentes literally was like, I met Glenn Greenwald at a gay bar. It's like, you fucking what? You fucking what? You met Glenn Greenwald, the guy that was in a fucking like maid outfit licking a dude's feet at a gay bar. Nick Fuentes met Glenn Greenwald, the guy who was licking a male hooker's feet on video. You met him at a gay bar. Is that new MAGA? Because I'm all right with it. I think we can kick them out of the tent. No problem. The moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, is oh yeah, you can look that clip up. Fuck it, let's go look it up. Let's do it. Pretty sure I can find it. Fuentes Greenwald gay. This one.
Glenn Greenwald passes by me. He's in this is a gay club, by the way. Don't ask me why I'm there. This is a gay club because Glenn Greenwald's there. Don't ask me why I'm there. I'm there to kill everyone. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. It's a joke.
So that's Nick Fuentes saying, yeah, I met Glenn Greenwald at a gay club. New MAGA? Yes, this is real. Somebody in the chat's like, this is real? I'm like, yeah, listen to it again.
Glenn Greenwald passes by me. He's in the. This is a gay club, by the way. Don't ask me why I'm there. This is a gay club because Glenn Greenwald's there. Don't ask me why I'm there. I'm there to kill everyone. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It could be. You know what? I want to be very fair because after hearing it again, right? Is this a hypothetical? Is he like? Is this like a fantasy? Here's one that gave the gawk. Nick Fuentes, who fantasizes about having gay sex with Glenn Greenwald. I guess that could be, because the way I heard it originally, I thought he was telling a story about how he met Glenn Greenwald at a gay club. He could just be fantasizing about being at a gay club with Glenn Greenwald. Maybe that's true. I want to be very clear. I don't like doing fake news. I don't like trying to slander people on purpose. After hearing this clip again,
Glenn Greenwald passes by me.
Yeah, he could be like, this could be a fantasy.
He's in the. This is a gay club, by the way. Don't ask me why I'm there. This is a gay club.
Yeah, so he's playing techno music and he's fantasizing about being at a gay club with Glenn Greenwald. Or he met Glenn Greenwald at a gay club. It's definitely one of those two things. I don't know who needs to hear this. Both of those things are gay. So, even if somebody was like, Nick didn't actually meet Glenn Greenwald at a gay club. He was just joking about being at a gay club with Glenn Greenwald. No, he's fantasizing about being at a gay club with Glenn Greenwald. So, still gay. You know where I never fantasize about being? In gay clubs. I've only been to one gay club because I have gay friends, and I went to one fucking time, and I was actually I had to leave because this lesbian got mad at me because I was about to take her wife home. This is a true story. Her wife was hitting on me like hard. We were literally like, I was like, I'm gonna find women and I'm gonna talk to them because this is weird, right? And it wasn't even like it wasn't a gay club. It was a gay bar. It was definitely a bar, and it was like, there was this woman there, and she was hot, and I was talking to her, and I was like, and then she put her hand on my fucking arm. She put her hand on my arm. And her fucking wife was like, it's like, we gotta leave. And she was like, why? She's like, so pulls her wife away and then comes up to me and starts screaming in my face. And I was just like, all right, I'm out of here. I was like, I'm out of here. My buddy Gay Chris, I was like, Gay, and that's what we call him. I go, Gay Chris, I'm out of here. I go, I was like invited the other night, and I go, no. I'm not going to a gay bar. I'm not gay. It's kind of weird to go to a gay bar when you're not gay. Like I said, I went one time because I was like hanging out with a big group of people and they weren't gay. There was Gay Chris was there. It was all straight people, Gay Chris, and he was like, we're going to a bar. And they was like, and it's a gay bar. And everybody was like, yeah, let's go to the gay bar. And I was like, and we were all straight. There were gay people there, obviously, but that was also fucking 2018. So, you know, since then I've made a rule that I don't go to gay bars anymore. Definitely not a gay club. Yeah. So, anyway, I think that was a good show. I think we could wrap it up there. Oh shit, I gotta go. Yeah, I got an appointment. I got an appointment at 10, so we do have to wrap it up at 20 minutes. So let's do the shout outs. Pretty slow day. Look, this is my fault. This whole week has been out of whack. Past week and a half, completely out of whack. It's December 31st, so tomorrow is the beginning of 2026. And, New Year's resolutions, they're kind of gay, but I'm going to do them. So, it's just a good way to like, it's just a good focal point, like, because obviously you can do a resolution at any point in the year. You can do like it could be like March 26th, and you could be like, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna start a routine and this, that, and the other. But a lot of people, they like to have this like fresh start. And what better of a symbolic fresh start than the first day of the year, right? And a lot of people fail at this. I'm not going to fail at my resolution, right? Because it's not even a yearly resolution. I'm doing just the dry 90 that I did last year. For 90 days, I did not drink alcohol. And I did it for the whole 90 days. It really wasn't that hard because I'm not an alcoholic. But like I said at the beginning of the show, last year I also tried to do carnivore with that, and that was tough as shit. That was way harder than the alcohol. So we're just getting rid of bread this year. We're just gonna do no bread, right? Just no bread, like real bread. We're gonna no pasta, no bread. We're gonna try we're just gonna eat a little healthier. We're gonna do no booze for sure. I actually really like those non-alcoholic beers. Like, I like the Guinnesses, I like the Heinekens. So I'm gonna, grab some of those for when I do have a craving, and just knock back a Heineken Zero or something. But the real resolution, the one that I think that I'm going to try to stick to for the entire year, is to start focusing more on shit that you should actually hear about, right? The distractions, the Candace Owens things, the woke right things, obviously we'll still talk about them, but less. We need to focus on midterms. We need to focus on what the information that needs to be delivered to our audiences, right? Because turning social media into reality TV, it's not going to be beneficial for the country. So, let's do the shout outs. And tomorrow, I might not be here because, it's the last day that I can drink. So I might decide to drink. I might not. I might be here. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not making any promises for tomorrow. I'm just saying, if it's my last chance, I might take advantage of it, and to hit that reset button. I want to start the year with a hangover, maybe. All right. But let's do the shout outs. And if I'm not here tomorrow, we'll be here Friday for the first show of the year, either tomorrow or Friday. All right. The links in the chat: Roadrunner 513, 508 J Fisher, Eden, Georgia Mom, Crazy Moan McGroin, and On the Edge. Slow chat today, like I said. We'll get back into the routine. The routine starts tomorrow. That's what we need to do. Routine. All right. Schedule. Discipline.